All right, Aman Bharadwaj and Kamaljeet Sindhu now join us also for the very latest on this story. Kamaljeet, let me come to you first. Help me understand the story behind what's happening in Punjab. We have targeted killings of political leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party. Then we have reports of some gang war happening. The third angle is now that there are two serving policemen who've been shot at inside their police post. I'm trying to understand what's the thread that joins them all. What's the story here?
Well, it's a sad state of affairs as far as Punjab is concerned, in particular law and order. Now, guns and gangsters, because remember, the number one problem for Punjab at that point of time was drugs. But now it is not just increased drugs, but it's also the guns and gangsters who seem to have a free run. And that's what's really been happening, because it started with extortion calls. But what we know is, right from the days of Sidhu Moosewala, we've only seen one after the other targeted killings happening. And the spate has now really intensified, because on the radar are not only Aam Aadmi Party sarpanches but also the cops. Now there is a sinister plot for sure. There's a mystery which is deepening as far as this particular case is concerned, because is this a cross-border conspiracy? Is this a terror plot? Is this something to do with gangster network? Is it to do with drug cartel? One of the things is that yes, the weapons were not snatched away. There was a couple of cartridges of .30 bore gun which was found there, which clearly points out that they were killed in cold blood, perhaps when they were sleeping. But the other part is where we're talking about the massive CCTV cameras, anti-drones being kept there. This is a lacuna which has now been explored by these anti-nationals and the elements of these kind who've seen that the CCTV wasn't working, and that's when they actually spotted an opportunity and did that particular sort of a targeted
Kamaljeet, what
killing.
are you saying?
Now,
are you saying we are to look at these instances together, saying that there's a larger story at play, or these are still isolated instances of violence and law and order crisis that we are looking at? What are you saying? It's all stitched together as one, or these are isolated instances?
One, what we're trying to tell you is that there are over 60 gangsters who are operating from Punjab, and the terror networks have joined hands with these gangsters, because remember, the weapons are coming from across the border via drones, and they have figured out that it's better to pay out money rather than send in groups to infiltrate India and then really launch an attack. And that is where, whether these gangsters are operating through extortion or through cutout modes where they use youngsters to, and they're recruited through social media. So this is actually gone much out of control. The other part is obviously something which we've observed over the past few years is that the gangsters who were perhaps operating from Uttar Pradesh or Delhi eventually moved to Haryana and Punjab, and this is where they continue to operate. And remember, several of the gangsters who have their masterminds in Europe or Western places, or even in America and Canada, they continue to operate from there, and that seems to be a cause of concern, because remember, they're not able to get to the masterminds. Few recruits are caught or killed. Then there's a fresh crop of new youngsters who come in, and money is a big lucrative offer for these particular youngsters. They may not have a past antecedent, but these are people who are the first time shooters, and these are the ones who are actually dangerous because they don't come in the radar. So a whole lot of things are really happening, amplified by social media recruitment. But meanwhile, it is also Punjab Police which seems to be under a lot of pressure at this point of time, because remember, one after the other, whether it's a Gurdwara, whether it is a bus, whether it's a car, now what we're talking about, even those policemen who are resting at home or in their own particular chowki, they are the ones who are targeted, which obviously gives much ammunition to the opposition parties to call out the law and order mess which Punjab currently is in.
Yeah, right. And what particularly struck me is that, and you know, my colleague Aman Bharadwaj is also with us. Aman, when Kamaljeet was asking that question to Bhagwant Mann, he chose not to respond. There was almost like a hitch over there. There's probably, you know, the little said the better about these gangs who are targeting politicians, at least that seemed to be the case to me. But give me a sense of what's happening where you are, where cops have been targeted. I see a lot of commotion behind you as well. Were they completely caught off guard? How exactly is the investigation proceeding on this one?
See, let me come to the question that you asked. That Bhagwant Mann chose not to answer because it's not for the first time. In previous years we have seen, and that is the only problem that this government is facing, that there's no clear-cut answer with the government and there's no solution practically on the ground. And that is the reason in last 4 years we have seen kabaddi players like Sandeep Singh Nangalambiya, Rana Balachoria, singers like Sidhu Moosewala, and most of the things like migration to the foreign places, then unemployment. And previously the Aam Aadmi Party, because it's the first party to come in power in Punjab, and since 1947 Punjab has witnessed instability, whether it after 47 it was 80s 90s militancy time. Then the government that came into power, they gave for their individual benefits. When Akali Dal was there, Congress was there, they are basically alleged that they, for their own purposes, for their own sport, they misguided youth, they used them for politically. And that was the reason that in that of the time, in last 20 years, migration, drugs is the reason that affected Punjab. And right behind me is the same checkpost which you see now is tied with this crime scene ribbons, and it is hardly at 1 kilometer from Pakistan international border. And here BSF or the Punjab police jointly monitors the situation, and this was the right place when both the policemen, one ASA Gurnam Singh and other Ashok Kumar, they were shot dead. And there you see is the CCTV. Both the CCTV are damaged from last 1 month. So this is the question that needs to be asked from the government or the Aam Aadmi Party, that since from last 1 month, what SSP Aditya Sharma was doing, what DGP Gaurav Yadav was doing, they should see the practicality on the ground, that their CCTVs are not working. And since this policemen are shot, people here in the villages, they are feeling insecure. So here no senior official, you see, whether it's a political figure from Aam Aadmi Party or DGP Gaurav Yadav or any other official, they have not visited here, they have not assured people regarding the safety and security. So these are the conditions that makes law and order in Punjab more concerning. That who will be going to ask, because whether it's Aam Aadmi Party or Akali Dal or Congress, they only, the blame game is on. And they only alleges
So,
center.
fair to say from both what Aman is saying,
and other agencies.
right? We get your point, Aman. Fair to say that both what we are hearing from Aman and Kanwaljit, there is an atmosphere of fear that's unfolding in Punjab, and that those numbers of targeted killings are only going up now. Even cops on duty not spared. So clearly something larger at play here. We wait to see how the government actually cracks down on them and gives us an answer on what exactly is unfolding in Punjab.